For the third pitch of the night, we have Lux Labs.
Hello, everyone. My name is Shen, and I'm going to start by sharing a personal story about myself. So I go to New York City quite often to visit my girlfriend, so I have to spend 12 hours on the bus every weekend. What do I do on the bus? As a physicist at MIT, of course, I work with my research project on my laptop and devices. So I always run into these two problems when I'm working. First, I have this vivid memory that my battery run out of time at the moment that I need it the most. Second, I'm extremely uncomfortable that I know that the strangers sitting beside me can see what's on my screen. So my solution to these two problems are carrying this heavy backpack with me. This bag contains a backup battery, a phone charger, and also this annoying plastic film from 3M that I have to put on my screen to protect my privacy. So we are Lux Labs. With our technology, we can solve both these two problems with no additional items. We'll be able to enhance your battery life by up to 50%, while at the same time provide you with privacy. So this is a fundamental scientific breakthrough. It was published on Science 2 years ago, and I'm the first inventor. So this is unique in the world. Also, we have a lab-scale demonstration that is actually working, so this is real. Finally, we have filed 3 patents already, so this is well protected. So let me just briefly introduce you what we have invented. Traditional optical materials like a glass will let the light to pass through from all different angles, as you know. And we have invented a revolutionary optical material that is only going to let the light to pass through at the right angle, and is going to reflect all the light from other directions backward. So how is it going to help with our displays? We're going to take this 10 micrometer thick film and integrate it right into the hardware of your mobile devices. This is going to enable 2 different modes, and you can press a button to switch between these 2 modes. In the default mode, the film is fully transparent, so it will have no effect to how your display looks like. And you press the button, it goes to the enhanced mode. What this film will do is that it will redirect the light that used to go out in all directions, now only towards the viewers. Because you wasted no light and wasted no power by sending light towards the useless directions, now you can actually improve your battery life by 50%. And remember, you also have privacy protected.
Great. Thanks, Yichen. As Yichen mentioned, this is a fundamental advancement in optical science. So why electronic displays? Well, it's an enormous market. 2.5 billion mobile devices are sold every year, and of course, that's growing. There's also product market fit. So we all know we're looking at our mobile displays all day, every day. Short battery life is the #1 annoyance among mobile users, and 84% of mobile users would prefer more privacy. Think about when you're at Starbucks or on the train. There are other companies working on privacy and battery. So 3M makes that annoying plastic filter that actually reduces the brightness of the screen, therefore the battery life. And other companies are working on battery, but they're doing so in a very expensive way. We're solving both privacy and battery in a very cost-effective manner. In terms of go-to-market strategy, we plan to license our technology to either material companies like 3M or Corning, which are in this industry, or computer companies like Samsung, Lenovo, Apple. And we've begun conversations with many of these firms. We plan to maintain an IP strength focus and move to adjacent markets like LEDs, solar cells, and solar thermal applications. In terms of the team, you've met Yichen, PhD in physics. He's worked at Apple in R&D in the display field. And I'm Spencer, graduating MBA from Sloan. I've started a company before. Yichen and I have been working together for a year and a half. We're very fortunate to have a strong founding advisor team. Maren and John have collectively started 4 MIT spin-out companies, which have raised close to $250 million. To close, we believe we have a very strong fundamental technology platform, which we're going to use to enter a giant market and many follow-on markets. We also have a strong complementary team to make this a reality. So with that, thank you very much, and happy to take questions.
So that was great, guys. So you have this fundamental technology that you've talked about, and you're going to leverage it across a very broad market. But I think most people know that starting with a very clean line of focus is the way most companies are successful. How do you balance that very large base opportunity with really the first thing that you exploit and make sure you have a single solution for users?
Yeah, so when we met a year and a half ago, we thought about all these applications and spent many, many months focusing on the proper application to start with. So it is the electronic display application. We're not going to recreate the whole value chain, but work with existing companies to enter the market as quickly as possible and then move on to further applications.
I have a question. How are you planning on pricing this product? What are consumers willing to pay for the extra battery life? Is it an unlimited amount?
Well, great question. Basically, it will be first to work with the companies in the industry, whether they are material companies that are going to be creating the displays or the electronic companies. We think it's up to, we think there is strong value here. And in terms of our pricing, it's really a B2B pricing, and it'll depend on, the competitiveness with the various players we can work with.
Just in addition to that, the cost of the film we are making is actually quite cheap. It's made by commodity materials, and it's about 30 cents per mobile device screen size film.
So what do you consider to be your biggest challenge at this point?
Right, so we have a lot of work ahead of us. We have a lab scale prototype. Right now we're focused on a product sized prototype, so that's number one on the science front. On the business front, we have to just start the BD and have conversations with the dozens of companies that are in this space. So it's just a lot of hard work, but nothing that's not possible.